Hi. Sorry for the lack of response on my last post, but my life has been completely ruined. I won't share any more posts on other sections, such as relationship advice and such. I have only gotten a ton of hatred, both on my posts and in my inbox. To the few people who gave me real advice from the heart, I'm thankful. To the rest of you, I won't reply. My life is completely ruined. I loathe myself more than anything and just wish I can get my husband back. I really don't know how to move on from here. He came home for a few hours yesterday before packing up and leaving again. When he finally came home, he didn't say anything, went straight to our son, and refused to say a word to me even though I kept crying. He told me he wanted some alone time with our son. At first, I thought he came to see our son and later wanted to discuss, but after some time, he started packing a bag and I panicked. I started crying and begging him to stay and to talk about it. I took the advice of being completely transparent and told him I would tell him everything he asked, but he just stood up, looked at me in a disgusted, cold way, and told me I don't want to know anything. I know all that I need to know. Then he just went over and took some more things to put in the bag. I completely panicked and started saying I love him and will do anything to get him back. That I had stopped the says midway because I felt guilty. In the middle of that sentence, he pushed me to the wall and held my arm and screamed, "I told you to shut the duck up." I have never seen him so angry and disgusted, and for a moment I thought he would hit me, but he never did. I tried to hug him, but he refused to touch me and told me I am used and broken to him now, and that he wants nothing to do with me. This completely broke me inside. I asked what this meant, and he said we will be getting divorced. The only thing he wants right now is to be able to meet our son whenever he wants, but other than that, he wants nothing to do with me. Later the same night, he called me on the phone and told me he will be contacting a lawyer and that he wants a divorce. I don't know what happens now. I have been crying constantly since this all happened. I am having panic attacks and I can't eat or sleep. He saw me completely broken, but he still wants nothing to do with me and wants a divorce. I have so much remorse. I almost feel like a constant pressure in my chest and as if I'm having cramps in my stomach. I still haven't been able to contact our families, and I don't know if he has either. I'm too embarrassed to do that. I just want my life back. I really can't imagine seeing a life without him or him being with another woman. My life has crashed into 1,000,000 pieces, and I am just trying to pick them up and glue them together. Has anyone been able to convince their BP to come back? Is there anything I can do? I want to depart this life, but can't for the sake of my son. Please, Reddit. I hate myself more than you can imagine. I know how disgusting and stupid I am, and trust me, I am paying the price. I just want advice on how I can get him back. I'm really sorry to hear that you're going through such a difficult and painful time in your life. However, you have to respect his decision and focus on healing. It's important to respect the man's decision to end the relationship due to the infidelity. Healing from the pain of betrayal takes time, and pushing for reconciliation may not be the best course of action. Encourage him to prioritize his own emotional well-being by seeking support from friends, family, or a therapist. Emphasize the importance of self-care during this challenging period. Then, seek professional help and support. Suggest that he consider speaking to a therapist or counselor to process his emotions and find healthy ways to cope with the betrayal. Having a professional to talk to can be instrumental in understanding and managing the feelings of anger, hurt, and confusion that often follow infidelity. Additionally, encourage him to lean on a support network of friends and loved ones who can offer a listening ear and emotional support. Since your husband has expressed that he wants nothing to do with you, consider establishing clear boundaries that prioritize your own healing and personal development. Seek support from friends, family, or support groups to help you during this challenging time. Remember that seeking professional help or counseling can also be beneficial as you work through your emotions in the process of letting go. He's done. There's nothing you can do to get him back. Just respect that and try to divorce as peacefully as possible. Moving on will take time, a lot of time. May want to reach out to a therapist or any support you can get to guide you through this. Your husband has made his decision. There isn't anything else you can do. Once you're served divorce papers, you'll need your own attorney. Please just don't use your child as a pawn in the coming months. That part about the kids, it will backfire. All you can do is give him space and you work diligently on being a better person. You can't force him not to divorce you. All you can do is hope there will be a chance in the future if he sees you've changed. Hi again. Unfortunately, there is nothing you can do. He's got agency over his own life, and no one can make someone be open to reconciliation, and he appears about as firmly set against it as can be. Could that change? None of us can see the future, But there are things you can do, things that can give him agency and assurance that you will keep his interests in mind. He has told you that what he wants more than anything else is to be able to see your son. So give him assurance that you are committed to co-parenting with him and making sure your son knows that he is loved by both of you. He's probably terrified he will be limited in custody or that you'll turn your son against him. I know you won't, but he has no idea what you're capable of right now, so his mind could go there. Try to be collaborative on terms of divorce and custody. Just ask for fairness and what's in the interest of your son. The two of you will remain tied together by your son. That's a place where you can continue to partner and learn about what he is going through right now. This post is full of, he's seen me broken and my life is in a million pieces and I can't eat or sleep. Yes, your suffering is real and valid, but if you are to create an amicable, co-parenting relationship and have any chance of reconciliation down the line, you must become aware of how badly your husband is hurt. Have you really seen his brokenness? Have you considered that his life is in a million pieces? That he's likely not eaten or slept? That he imagines you with someone else? Empathy is everything. You must show him empathy. Not how badly you need him, but how badly you want to relieve him of his suffering. About 2 weeks ago, I discovered that my wife had been having an affair with an ex-boyfriend behind my back, and I was traumatized. I won't get into the details of the affair, but it devastated and emasculated me, and I still feel like a weak man because of it. I was up all night for several nights in a row, curled up in the fetal position screaming and drenched in panic. The initial shock has worn off for the most part now, and my wife and I have had many talks about it since then, and we decided we will work on things because we truly want to be together. But before I can even think about working on our relationship, I need to process my trauma and grief. I am still consumed by panic, anxiety, depression, and vicious outbursts regularly. I understand it is still early in the process, but I need help. How can I process post-traumatic stress and grief healthily? And what tips help you get through difficult times with your partners? Even sharing your own story or simply some kind words would do wonders for me right now. I'm really sorry to hear that you're going through such a difficult and painful time. Discovering infidelity can be incredibly traumatic, and it's important to prioritize your own well-being as you work through this situation. Here are some steps to help you process your trauma and grief healthily. 1. Seek professional support and talk about your feelings. Discovering infidelity can be an overwhelming and traumatic experience, and it's important to prioritize your emotional well-being. Consider reaching out to a therapist or counselor who specializes in trauma and relationship issues. They can provide you with valuable tools and coping strategies to navigate your feelings and help you heal. Additionally, don't hesitate to confide in a trusted friend or family member. Sharing your thoughts, fears, and anxieties with someone who can offer support and a listening ear can be a cathartic and comforting experience. 2. Prioritize self-care and patience. Taking care of your physical and mental health is crucial during this challenging time. Ensure you're getting enough rest, maintaining a balanced diet, and engaging in regular exercise. These self-care practices can significantly improve your overall well-being and resilience. Remember that healing from infidelity is a process that takes time, so be patient with yourself. It's normal to experience a wide range of emotions, and your feelings are valid. Allow yourself the space to grieve and process the trauma at your own pace. 3. Focus on growth and consider boundaries. As you navigate your path to healing, use this difficult period as an opportunity for personal growth and self-discovery. Reflect on what you want for your own future and well-being, both within and outside of the relationship. While you and your wife have decided to work on the relationship, establish clear boundaries and expectations moving forward. Open and honest communication will be essential as you both navigate the challenges of rebuilding trust and understanding. Keep in mind that seeking support from support groups or couples counseling down the line can also be valuable resources in your journey towards healing and recovery. Sorry to hear this. Before you decide to reconcile, understand that the success rate is about 8%, and that is after years or trigger in hell and emotional ups and down, and probably never totally trusting her again. Keep reading on here before you do everything. If he is married and kids living with someone, one way to truly see if she wants it to work is drive over to their place and make her tell the wife, fiance, etc. If she's scared to hurt him, you know it's not over, and she chooses him over you. Also go see a lawyer. Have everything drawn up, claim infidelity, and if you still want to work on it, that's your choice. But you can have the lawyer file it at any time. Others on here and other forums about surviving infidelity will tell you what to do, look for, etc. Were me, It was over. If you have no kids, I would recommend not even trying. That's your life now, bud. Those feelings may lessen or pop up less frequently, but you'll never be entirely rid of them. The trust is gone, and it ain't coming back. Every time she's not with you, part of you will wonder if she's with him. That's the reality. Consider whether you really want to deal with those feelings for someone who clearly doesn't respect or truly love you. This right here. And to OP, you say you still want to be with her? Why? Let me send this back to you. I won't get into the details of the affair, but it devastated and emasculated me, and I still feel like a weak man because of it. I was up all night for several nights in a row, curled up in the fetal position, screaming and drenched in panic. This is what she did to you. It seems like she either told you all about the gory details, doing everything with her OP, while still giving you breadcrumbs and half of the truth, or you found out the hard way and caught her. No one that loves their spouse would do something like this. She is not sorry. Despite whatever she tells you, there is no remorse in her. There is no our relationship. There is only you and saving only you. Do not be her anchor. She'll continue to let you drown. I know how harsh this all sounds, but you need to hear this. You need to be ready. Even if you grant her reconciliation, most likely you'll be pulling all of the weight. Reconciliation is not a 4-5 year process. It is a lifelong career and it never stops. Understand what you would be doing to yourself. At the end of the day, you have to decide who and what's more important, her future or yours. Don't punish yourself by staying. You've said some difficult but very true things, some of which I didn't know I needed to hear. I'll have to do some dedicated soul searching to find what my needs are going to be moving forward. Thank you. Worldwide comments of the day. Story 1. I love it when cheaters say there were no emotions. Just says, like that matters. You still betrayed him. Need more people like your friend. Second OP needs to petition for full custody of his daughter, and then put that mother on child support. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.